Hello and welcome, and thank you so very much for being in a space with me because over the past few days, there's been a wave of remembering, like moving through my field. And it's been this series of like synchronicities that I feel I really need to share with you in real time because it feels like all these puzzle pieces are like dropping in one after the other. And I just can't shake the feeling that I feel that we're all being invited to remember together, to really awaken something ancient within all of us. So let me take you through some of what has actually been unfolding in my field. So it was my birthday a couple days ago, and I booked in a spiritual session. And it was just a space for me just to receive what wanted to come through. And wow, what came through was really big. During the session, I was shown like this celestial city, and it had this, and it was deep within the inner earth. And it was this city that was really luminous with this crystal cave. And it had this crystal cave right at its heart. And it was alive and it was pulsating and it was almost like breathing. And the message that I got and that I received in the session was that I it's sorry, this just blows my mind because apparently I carry a keeper's code for this place, a code connected to the spirits of ancient oceanic animals. So these beings, they are returning now. Their wisdom, their essence, their consciousness is coming back through the next generation, through our children. Like, how wild is this? And it's coming through Earth's waters, through the songs of the whales, through the dreams of the dolphins. And it was like I could feel them like moving through all these timelines, ready to start to incarnate again and carry messages for a world that is finally ready to listen. And to show you the depth of this, I really wanted to take a snippet from this conversation. So, a very vulnerable share of my session, my spiritual guided session, and what actually came through, because I share it quite vulnerably, quite openly, because I feel it belongs to all of us, not just me. So, here's a snippet from what came through. Yeah, and I just want to talk to that celestial city that you're kind of getting that crystal cave, trying to
Yeah.
remember that inner earth. And you're saying there's like a high expression of relationships, and that's what's been moving through is that where I have been kind of sitting with helping, um, women and that I'm also getting called by a lot of these higher frequency children to support them coming into the new earth, I guess, and anchoring into that as well. So I just wanted to share that as that was kind of, as you were sharing what you were seeing as well.
That that makes sense. Yeah. Because there are some incredible frequencies that children are embodying and coming in with.
Yes, yeah. But they're wanting
So
us to
they'll need
shift
that.
and change. Yeah, I keep seeing they are needing us to do a lot more of the ancestral clearing. I think the next generation below us is more about the voice expression, and then they're coming in to help with the technology side of things. So
Yeah.
I keep getting the galactic kind of distortion that they've witnessed, and as above in the galactic frequencies, as below in the earth frequencies. So they're here to transmute a lot of the, I think it's more technological kind of frequencies. So yeah, there's part of that I see the bigger kind of, I guess, mission, but yeah, it's like
Absolutely.
just knowing where my path is within that. But I'm guided. I mean, I know I'm guided when the time's right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And a huge piece of that is seeing like how much we're advancing with technology, but then returning to the ancient technology just as much and valuing that
yeah,
instead of this huge disconnect and managing to weave them together more, but also valuing the ancient above the new while balancing both. So
yeah.
yeah, a
Mm.
huge return of that with this Pluto in Aquarius generation. So you're spot on with that. And then it's interesting too, yeah, the way this has all moved through, there's going to be a lot of oceanic animals, or the spirits that have been incarnated in the animals coming through these next generations that you're going to be supporting. So if you start to feel with any of the children you're working with these animals around them, even some that you may not know, like they may be so deep in the ocean that we don't even have any knowledge of them yet.
Yeah.
That's going to be moving through a lot of these children. So, yeah.
Amazing. That's why I'm being called to work with the whale songlines and the dolphin energies. That makes sense. That's all aligning. Yeah. Thank you for that confirmation.
That's really special. Yeah, beautiful. Because you are one of the major keepers of those codes yourself, and I know sometimes that's hard to grasp it when you're like, I'm not as visible as a lot of different people and whatnot, but there are some people who don't even have social media that are energetically some of the most profound souls on the earth, and like no one would even know they could be a homeless person. So you're being shown to me as one of those people, those key people, and they're showing me there's only 100 of them incarnated here at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
To help deliver that specific frequency and support that anchoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So that whole the dark parts of the ocean and the unexplored, obviously it relates to shadow work, our own depths, inner Earth going into the outer galaxy. But there's a lot that's going to open up around that, and so much more around why the government have not explored more. And there's all these creatures I'm being shown that are going to start making themselves known and are pouring out of these different black holes that exist in the ocean.
Amazing. I love that. That's really
Some of them are going to resemble like ancient creatures. So I know dragonfish are a thing or something, but what I'm being shown is this ancient dragon-looking fish that's going to present itself in the next 20 years.
Amazing. I love that. Especially that dragon energy, but bringing that down into the depths of the water element. It's like,
Yeah, that makes sense with the Asian Dragon Association in particular. The love of it. I mean, most cultures did, but yeah, especially it's been shown to me around the Asian continent. Maybe that's where it's going to pop up from.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. Makes me excited about the future, at least. It's something to look forward to, something to hold on to. So as you can see or probably feel, as I was listening to this message come through, I was still processing it, but my whole body was like lighting up as I was receiving it. It's like that feeling when truth lands in your bones, right? I could feel like my skin like tingling all over, like my cells themselves were saying, yes, yes, like you're remembering. And I could feel this energy like moving through me so strongly, so deeply. And honestly, I couldn't help but smile because it was so clear. This wasn't just information, this was my body remembering. And what makes this even more magical is the timing. Like I'd already booked, get this, I've already booked a swim with the whales in just 2 weeks' time. So before any of this came through, and so it really feels now that the ocean herself is calling me closer, asking me to understand this from her perspective. Like the whales are ready to share their side of the story, to bring through the wisdom of the waters and the ancient songs that they carry. And you know what? It's so exciting. It feels like we're standing right on the edge of something big, something our souls have been waiting for. Then, you know what? It's as if the universe wanted to add another piece to the puzzle. I had a client session like hours after, and she came to me feeling really lonely. So she had this deep sense of loneliness in this lifetime. And together we went and journeyed back to find her root, to find out why she was experiencing this emotion in this lifetime. And you wouldn't believe it, but she found herself in Lemuria. She found herself deep beneath the waters in an underwater city. But this wasn't like the peaceful kind of Lemuria scene that we'd kind of imagine, right? There was actually this battle going on. And there was this clash of energies, and she kept seeing flashes of red and black and yellow coming through. And what she described was that she was seeing these incredible sea creatures that were part dragon, part bird, and part fish. Almost like these were these beings that were coming through and they were taking something. They were working with the strands of DNA and they were extracting it as if they were trying to protect something sacred. And then what was coming through in her remembrance was that there were these blue green water dragons. So beings of really high frequency that were actually invisible to the eye, but she could like feel them moving around and they were actually coming in to help. And so they fought to really hold the light. Yet in the end, it was like the battle wasn't won, right? These creatures, even though they may have been removed, but they had still extracted pieces from her, fragments of energy, of memory, of soul essence. And this is what was shared with her in her session. And I really want to share an audio version with obviously her permission, of course, to show you her remembering in real time as she was experiencing this scene. And it was incredible to not only hold space for this, but to know that she felt safe to move through this with me as well. So here's a snippet from our session that we did together. And so you're viewing this Lemurian city from afar,
Yeah.
and you're seeing this oil, toxic viscosity kind of like seeping out.
Out of it.
Yeah, and you're not feeling safe, like you don't want to go down.
Well, you can't.
there.
You can't go there. You can't breathe. Like
Yeah,
it's...
right. And so, do you think that was implanted? Like, how do you think this?
It has to have been. I'm just
toxic.
trying to fathom what on earth they could have. Somebody did something. Yeah, I can't see what. I just need to get a bit closer. Let me drop in a bit.
Just show me what it needs to be seen. And your vision will just start to expand, just start to describe what you're being shown. And as you describe, things will just start to come through.
There's a battle.
A battle.
There are creatures.
And tell me about the creatures. Are they the ones creating the battle?
I'm just trying to fathom. I'll just say out loud. One of them's, it's like dragony, but like bird-like, but obviously they're all underwater, so it's fishy as well. There's a lot of anger, like there's the black oil, but one of the creatures, like there's red, flashes of bright red. Some bright blue, some bright yellow, I don't know. It's almost like when they're battling so hard, I can't pull apart the swirling in it to get to the creatures or have turned up that nobody recognises or understood, and they've come with the purpose to do this.
Why do you think they're doing this? Why do you think they're putting the oil, the toxic oil, into the Lemurian city?
Well, there is no right and wrong or good or bad.
Mm.
Like it's the fall was going to fall, and we all agreed to it. But at the time, we didn't know or understand. Possibly, certainly not me. I felt like quite innocent at the time, possibly.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this is kind of like
DNA extraction is like always had such like a needle phobia. Sort of stuff. It's just like very intense in my actual me sitting back at a distance watching, and I'm just going like, oh.
And so do they have DNA extraction from you, do you feel? You were able to escape?
No, not the way my brain is in disassociation, but my body is telling me they absolutely did.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. There's a lot of tears under that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they got away with it.
Right.
There was a lot of carnage.
Mm-hmm. So do you see the blue-green water dragons in battle with these creatures?
Yes, but I love them because like they blend in and they're invisible. So it's hard to see them. That's the way they're clever.
Huh. And so as you're witnessing this, you've had that extraction too, but you don't want to go back there and save, but you're witnessing the blue-green kind of water dragons, the invisible kind of creatures.
It demolished the energy
Yeah.
of the whole place. I don't think it ever could have gone back to what it was before, and they couldn't because all of that stuff was then in the water. So I reckon that's intensified.
Yeah,
it's not a word.
yeah.
It's made the energy of
Right.
the water denser, which was what had to happen.
So as you're witnessing this, you're feeling a lot of sadness of like your home being destroyed, as well as parts of you being
there's no going
taken away.
Yeah.
And are there any others like you around you?
I don't see anybody.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody.
So you're by yourself here.
And I have no idea just if anyone got away or didn't get away. There's just nobody. I'm far away. I'm very good at hiding.
Right.
I've always been very quick and good at blending in.
Yeah.
And what I really want to share about her session is that afterwards, to support her system and restore what had actually been taken, we were guided through some light language, and it began to pour through. And as the light language was pouring through, it was like the universe herself was like stepping in to really help. It was helping her DNA be recoded. And it had like these beautiful like rainbow strands weaving with lines of crystalline light. And they were like recalibrating her entire field. And it felt like it just wasn't me and her doing this work. There was these higher light beings that had come in to work with us in real time, bringing her system back into harmony. And they were rewriting the story into her cells. And it was such a special moment to share, to know that she was so safe and held, not only by me, but these beautiful light beings that had come into the session as well. And that's what I love about this work, is that we never know where we're going to go. We're truly guided in the moment. And when we trust and we surrender, then these beautiful recalibrations start to occur in our systems. And you know what? She felt so much more calm, so much more peaceful after the session. It was like this wave of new codes had been processing through her system. And she was like, she walked out glowing. She was this different person. And I'm not going to say that that happens with all sessions, but I just really wanted to share what happened in this session too. And so it was then like as if the universe hadn't finished weaving all the threads in there, because on Sunday afternoon, I sat down with my beautiful children for some quiet time together. And I asked them just to draw with me, like no agenda, no instructions. I simply said, let's draw a world. Whatever comes to your heart, like let's put it on the page. And I started to allow my heart to show me and my hand where it needed to go. So it was a beautiful process where we all kind of like settled into this moment. And I actually found myself sketching an underwater pod. It was a pod and a place that felt really alive and really sacred. And around it, I had this guardian. This guardian was nearby, and it was this underwater looking being. And it was really strong yet gentle. And it felt like a guardian or protector or something. And then beyond that, there was this portal. And I'll show you in the image, but there was this beautiful portal and this opening between worlds, like gateways kind of linking like one realm to another. And it was like only after I stepped back and looked at the drawing that I realized that this was the same energy, like the same codes that I had been shown all week, like from my birthday session to my client's past life to now sitting there with my children. And I felt like this remembering was coming through all of us in real time in its own way. And it's interesting when you look at the picture of the guardian, you'll see it looks part bird, part dragon, part fish. Like, how synchronistic is that? Like, I just can't explain it, but I really want to share the snippet and what actually was moving through me at real time because I want to show you how remembering happens, how it just comes in here and there, and how I just share with my children what's moving through me. So we'll cut to that and we'll come back in a moment.
It's interesting, like we had these pods, right?
Yeah.
But we weren't like, we were kind of born here, but we weren't raised here. It was like, these were pods, like, and these like creatures kind of like looked after them. Like this was like a guardian type creature that looked after it. I don't know what happened after the pods, after we grew.
What did your people look like?
I don't know, I'm just showing it, like, it didn't look like people. It looked like the people, it was almost like babies or small little things that were grown here, but then these had guardians on the side, so they were taken through portals. But I think this was like, I don't know, like a growing or like, hey? Yeah, but they used this stuff as food. It looked like seaweed stuff, like as food, and then they had these like pods in here. And the pods were, each one had, like, it was growing something, and this was a guardian, and it was like a portal that it got taken out to. It was, yeah, really interesting what's coming through.
And so both my son and daughter were with me while we were all drawing. And I really want to share what my son created. And you'll see he created two worlds, what he calls the dry world and the water world. And so in his own words, he began sharing about the technology, about the portals, about the civilization that he remembers living in. And I've left his explanation completely uncut so that you can hear the natural flow of his remembering, like the way it actually moved through him in real time, the questions, the pauses, like all of it. And just a little note on this, because we were outside, it was in the afternoon, I did my best to kind of edit out the neighbors. They were like yelling at a football game or something in the background, but some moments adjusted the clarity of his voice. So in a way, though, I love that it's all there. It makes the recording feel really raw and authentic, like a little window into something real and unplanned that just wanted to be shared. So we'll go to that and we'll come back.
Mum,
Yeah.
in my thing,
Yes.
I can remember we only had one piece of technology.
Oh, right. And what was that one piece of technology that you had?
Portal.
A portal. Yeah.
It's like a teleporter.
A
Where
teleporter.
you just jump into the hole,
Yeah.
you come out here.
Oh, cool.
That's the only one we had.
Did you use it all the time, or did you have to
Yeah.
kind of
We use them.
And what did you use it for?
If we didn't make it on time, we could use them.
Yeah.
If we had a big illness that you would nearly die, we could go to the hospital very quickly and just jump into the stuff. Come up here.
Oh, okay. Is this in the future or past, do you think, or somewhere different?
Past. But we were great builders.
You were great builders?
Mhm.
But what made you great builders?
We were just born with that.
You were just born with that? And what do you mean great builders of what exactly? Do you know?
No.
Did
We
you build
can-
cities or did you build
We built tents.
tents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also had the world divided.
The
The
what?
planet was divided
Oh,
into two separate main areas.
yeah.
Underwater
Yes.
and the dry land.
Oh, okay. And where did you live mostly?
It depends on your colour.
Oh,
If it's red, orange, yellow, or pink, you were in the sun area, and the green, any type of green, any
Yeah.
type of blue, black, grey, and white. Ocean. There was more ocean people than
land
dry
people?
people.
Oh, dry people. Huh. Do they live in harmony? Do they know each other existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we come to this tent here
Yeah.
and we talk about each other.
Oh, cool.
Just talk.
Yeah.
But in this place, it was dry and water at the same time, so both creatures could survive there.
Huh. Cool. And what were you in that life? Were you land or dry? Oh, sorry, dry or water?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? What do you feel if you kind of look here? Not resonating? Were you something
I
different?
think I was in the sun area.
You were in the sun area,
Dry.
the dry.
Yeah.
And why do you think there was more
But
water?
because it had more colours.
It had more colours. Ah. And when you say colours, was that the colours of your skin or colours of
Like our spirit.
colours of your spirit?
We had double-decker tents.
Double-decker tents.
Some even were lucky because they had triple tents.
Triple tents.
Yeah.
How do they
triple-decker.
underwater like tents?
Only the dry land tent.
Oh, the dry land tents.
Yeah.
Did you live with other?
Well, we did have our own little minion pets. That are the same as you.
Oh, okay.
And, they tell you what you need, what they do. They tell you stuff around you. They help you with lots of stuff.
And what do they look like? What do the minion pets look like?
Okay.
Could you
I'm
draw
going
it?
to draw them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just helped, were they? Yeah, cool.
They couldn't talk though.
Just telepathically, like in their mind. They're
They
talking
would
about-
put pictures up.
Ah. Yeah.
But only where minions had that.
Yeah.
We
Did,
got to
did the-
another piece of technology. They only said there was one,
yeah.
maybe two.
did the water minions have the screens up as well?
No,
Just the land or the dry?
that would change myself into that thing and turn back into that thing and turn back into herself.
Oh, cool.
And I love the way that my son explained all of this. Like you can feel his remembrance coming through so naturally, so openly. And while my daughter was really quiet and she didn't say a lot, I still wanted to share what she created. So her drawing looked like flowing water or like streams or something. And in the middle, she said there was a king and queen surrounded by what seemed to be animals or guardians. And you know what? She didn't share much verbally, but I feel that the drawing itself speaks volumes because sometimes children just don't need to explain, especially the way that they draw, the symbols that they choose. Like it all carries an energy and a story of its own. So I really just want to share what came through for her and see if that, maybe ignites some remembrance in you as well.
I remember summers underwater with mermaids, a happy life with them. There was a bad Indian there trying to steal something. I can't remember my life. You told, so I'm just drawing a picture of Queen Jean.
Oh, what?
Okay.
So here's the beautiful part. So later on, after dinner, after showers and everything, later on, my daughter and I sat down to do some coloring together. Like we set up this beautiful easel and she started to get all these colors out and she started to doing this whole page of color actually. And it was like these rainbow codes weaving across the paper. And it struck me because she asked me to help her finish it, I was thinking like maybe this is exactly what these children are here to do, to bring the color back, to encode these new frequencies into our world. And you can see from both my son and my daughter's images, they were black and white, like they were done in pencil and not much color at all. And I just wanted to share that when you look at this image that my daughter and I started to draw together, that you can see how much color is coming through and maybe the codes behind it. I don't know, but I really just wanted to share that with you because that was hours after our initial get together and drawings that we did earlier in the afternoon. And you know what? The timing of this was all perfect because I'll be honest, it wasn't until the next day that I woke up and I felt really heavy. Like I was catching myself thinking something that I just never think about. I was like, what are we here for? Like, what's next? And I feel like I have nothing to look forward to. And that's not like me at all. But as we started to color again in the morning, like you can see, it's a big picture. And as these pieces really started to come together, something in me began to really shift. And it was like remembering itself was bringing back this lightness back into my body. And I hope as you receive this, you can feel some of that hope returning to you too. So before all of this, I didn't know much about Lemurians. I had no idea about them. I have friends that have written articles about them. I even have a Lemurian oracle card deck, but I've never really dived in. So what came through me was a lot of this curiosity. So I began to do a lot of research. And what came through was something really beautiful because the Lemurians are described as highly evolved, really peaceful, spiritually advanced beings. And some research even suggested that they have access to technology far beyond what we can comprehend today. Things like energy-based tools and advanced forms of transportation, which funnily enough ties back to my son's remembering of that teleportation portal in his drawings. And so it makes me wild thinking that without having this prior knowledge, without going out into other people's research, this was all coming back naturally through client sessions, through my children's remembrance, through client sessions as well. And I just think, gosh, this is wild. And it's all kind of aligning, which it's that deeper confirmation, right? And once you get that deeper confirmation, things land, they come in because it's not just me or the people that are in my field that are experiencing this. There's other people in the world that are having these and sharing these points of view of what they're experiencing too. And what I also wanted to add here was that the name Lemurian is also closely linked to Lemurian seed crystals. So, what these are apparently are these quartz crystals believed to be encoded with ancient wisdom, messages of oneness, and deep healing energy. And here's the wild part. My son has been really drawn to crystals lately. Well, he has for many, many years. But on Thursday, so the day before my session, he went to the library at his school and he hired out a crystal book. And through that crystal book, he started to create, it was really beautiful, these, he was cutting out these green circles and lily pads, and he was putting each of the crystals on top of them. And I was like looking at all these crystals, and one kind of took my eye, and I was like, what is this? And as I looked it up in his book of crystals, it said ocean Lemurian crystal. And I just couldn't help but smile at the synchronicity, right? And he has done these beautiful crystal lily pads, and he's put these in a big box, which I really just want to show you because I just think it's just such a creative part of him that's moving through. And it's so synchronistic and it so aligns with what is coming through. But also, I can't help but think, through this whole process that it's connected to my Palladian soul family. And I really feel that they're really woven into all of this as well. So I have a number of spirit guides, and well, one group of them is the Palladians. And the Palladians, to me, are very connected to the earth. And it feels like there's this bridge forming between the earth and the waters for me and my family. And you know what? I still sense that this isn't just for us. I feel that it's something rippling outwards in ways I really can't fully see yet, but I'd love to hear what you feel might be happening here too as well. So here's my invitation to you. Like, grab some pens, grab some paper, sit down with your beautiful kids and ask them to draw a place, draw a world, anything that wants to come through. And here's the key: stay curious. Ask them what they see, how it makes them feel. And even if you want them to get them to place their left hand on the paper of their drawing and allow them to take a deep breath, close their eyes, and breathe it into their heart space. Because what this does from their left, it goes up the heart meridian and up into our heart chakra, and it opens something in us. And when we can do this, it allows them to remember. It allows their cells to ignite something. And you know what? This isn't just about getting them to sit across from us and explain a past life or enter into hypnosis. No, no. Like, kids don't work like that. They speak in symbols, in stories, in colors, in feelings. They need movement. They need creativity. And most of all, they need play to really open up those doors of remembering. And so these children, they carry so much wisdom, and their creativity is the key that unlocks it all. So thank you. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, for me to hold this space, to share in real time how these synchronicities actually are playing out in my world. And if something opened up in you, maybe hearing my client session, maybe hearing my session, maybe some of the drawings that my children have shown and brought through, maybe that ignited something in you. And I would love, love, love for you to openly share what was moving through you as you received this, because I feel this isn't just our family. This is something for the collective to receive. And that's why I'm here recording this and sharing it in real time. So thank you so very much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and coming and being on this journey with me. And I'll drop in sooner or later, I'm sure, as other things start to unfold. But thank you. Thank you from my heart. I appreciate you.